Hi, I'm Terry Tomlinson, and I love color theory. I am a working makeup artist, and I have been doing this for a little over 30 years now. I also own Makeup Training Academy in Dallas, Texas, and most recently, I reinvented the wheel, which is fun to say, and I like to say it. That guy, the flesh tone color wheel, which is right here. Since I created this wheel, I have kind of started a color theory journey, an adventure, if you will, on and in color theory. And I love teaching it. I love teaching color theory and flesh tone. I find it so rewarding. And I feel like color theory is one of those things that we all have to have. We all have to know and understand and use and work. And so my mission is to kind of start a color revolution in our industry. I've had a lot of requests to do more videos. This is my first, so please be kind. And I've also had several people ask me to talk about what is warm and what is cool. So I thought we would do that today and keep it very basic and very simple. Because color theory is very basic, it is very simple, and it's not whimsical. Color theory is not something you decide to believe in or not, or you decide to use. It's there for you. You're using it whether you know it or not. Color theory is factual, it's scientific. It will never lie to you, it will never steer you wrong. And so whenever you have an issue or a problem or a question, you can always go back to color theory. There are people who might argue with me about what I say in this video, but I am backed by color theory. This isn't my opinion, this is just me explaining some science that we all use. One of my favorite books about color theory is Color Theory for the Makeup Artist by Katie Middleton. I think it's a wonderful resource for us because it's geared towards the working makeup artist. It is simple enough to wrap your brain around, but complex enough to really get a great understanding of color theory and how to use it. And I'm going to read how Katie defines warm and cool colors because it's exactly how I like to define it. So I'm going to read from page 6, which is right here. And she has great graphics in this book. Warm colors are typically red, orange, and yellow, and are reminiscent of fire and warmth. Cool colors are typically blue, green, and purple, and are reminiscent of ice and coldness. When I think of warm colors, and I think of defining warm colors are of the sun, they're of heat, they're of fire. And so warm colors are red and yellow and everything in between. When I think of cool colors, I think of ice. I think of blue undertone things like the green forest or water or the sky, things that are cool, that are lacking warmth. And color theory makes it very easy for us to see what is warm and cool. If you use a color wheel, which I hope everybody uses a color wheel in their kits, everything in color theory is based off of our primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. So if we have a question, like a question about warm and cool, let's go back to red, yellow, and blue, our primaries. Here's blue, here's red, and here's yellow. Color theory tells us that red is warm. I know there are people that will argue with me, but red is warm. And here's yellow. So I know that everything between red, moving into orange, moving into yellow, and even yellow-green, these are all warm colors. You can take a color wheel and divide it in half, and the top half is warm and the bottom half is cool. So let's get to cool. Cool is where red starts mixing with blue in your magentas, in your red violets, in your purples, in your blues. And as blue and yellow mix together, you have your cool blue greens and your greens. So here's our line. Green to blue, red violets to blue are all cool. So it's really pretty simple. If it's blue undertoned, it's cool. If it's yellow to red, it's warm. I think it gets a little trickier when we start talking about skin because skin is not one color. Skin is not red or yellow or blue. Skin is brown. And so the flesh tone color wheel is a great resource for seeing color in skin. This is a color wheel of browns. It is a color wheel of neutrals. It is a color wheel of skin tones. And all three of those things, skin tones, browns, neutrals, to me are the same. They're all browns. Each one of these little segments on this color wheel were made up of yellow, red, and blue. They were all created with primaries. And so for me, skin is neutral because skin is all color combined. And what we're looking for when we want to see if someone is warm or cool is we want to see what color is most pervasive in that skin, because the color that is strongest within that brown is its undertone. And that's where being able to see it on a wheel really helps. So if skin is all color and we're looking for undertone, then we know if the first color we see in a skin is blue, that skin is cool. And if the first color we see in the skin is yellow or red, that skin is warm. You can also divide this wheel in half and say this half is warm and this half is cool. But I will say that I feel like warmth goes further in skin tone because yellow and red are so predominant in skin. For me, anything that runs red-violet into red, into orange, into yellow, and down into green is warm because I'm seeing predominantly red or yellow. And that my cool undertone skins are my green blues, blue violets, and violets. Green is tricky. Green is a yellow undertone skin that's cooling down, mixing with blue. And so sometimes I will find green undertone skins that look warm, and sometimes they will look cooler to me. But being able to see it on the wheel really helps. I hope that's not too complicated. For me, color is fluid, it's active, it's moving around. A skin tone can be moving warm or moving cool, depending upon where it falls in the spectrum of flesh tone. But if you want to be basic, all you have to do is ask yourself, what's the prominent color? Is it blue? The skin is cool. Is it yellow? Is it red? Or some combo of those two? The skin is warm. And that's pretty much it. That is my spiel on warm and cool. And this can be taken into skin tone, into neutral colors, eyeshadows, cheeks, lips, anything can be broken down into warm and cool by finding out whether it has blue or red or yellow in it. I have a class called Color Theory Remote, which is an online live color theory review. It is a 1-hour class that I offer twice a month. I also have hands-on color theory workshops. I have them, right now I'm traveling kind of all over the nation. I'm starting to travel to other countries. If you want more information on either one of those, you can visit makeuptrainingacademy.com for the schedule and more details, and also to register. I also try to post as much as I can on social media, so if you follow me on one of these platforms, you'll see it there. If you're interested in purchasing the Flesh Tone Color Wheel, you can get it at makeup101.com, which is my shopping site. Alcone, Camera Ready Cosmetics, Nigel's, Namie's, Cinema Secrets. I have a full list of stockists on the website, The Flesh Tone Color Wheel. I just got a stockist in Mexico City and in Germany, so we're slowly getting everywhere. They should be pretty easy to find. I hope this has helped. I hope this has answered some of your questions about warm and cool, maybe simplified some things. I think a lot of the confusion comes from brands who use their own color systems to define and name their complexion products. And their color systems don't always follow color theory. So whenever in doubt, go back to color theory. It always has the answers for you. And that's it. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to our next one. Thank you.